Alrighty, special treat. It's Friday. Right on. It's Friday. We're gonna party like 1990. Yeah, whatever. Forget about that. Sharp Customs. We are rolling. So, as you can see, got my truck back in the shop. Kind of burning down some of the rust it inhibited sitting out for the winter. The car cover I had on it was not very good. The box, it's not really that bad. It's, you know, it's light surface stuff. Oh, that wasn't good. But inside on the floor, my car cover got ripped. The floor is kind of disgusting for being brand new sheet metal, but we will, you know, we'll tackle that. We'll scuff her all down, and we'll put some poor man's Por 15. That's what I call it. You want to know? Everybody who deals with rust in the hot rod industry, they know what Por 15 is. It used to be $40–50 a quart. Now it's, I don't know, it's expensive.
Double.
It's double. Thank you, camera girl. Thank you, Karen, my wife. So I've always made up this other combination of, I call it the poor man's Por 15. Basically, it's just black trim clad. And what I do is I put, I juice it with a little bit of automotive hardener. So, today's project, get this. So, these are my tires. These are my rims. They're drag lights. They go on the back of the truck. They're 31 16.5 15s. Of course, the rims need cleaned up. They've been sitting outside all winter, but as you can see, there is no meat left on these tires. Okay, now what you all need to understand is I bought these tires. These tires have been on a 1949 Chevy pickup that I used to own many moons ago. And then I put them on a 1953 Chevy Bel Air. And I bought these things back in 1995, believe it or not. Yes, I bought these in 1995. They're still kicking. They don't hold air anymore. So, I bought some new rubber boots for my truck. I bought a set of 4. I bought these. I bought Hoosier Big Mates. Look at that. I bought the rims, everything. I bought a full set. Look at this. They still got the little rubber nubs on them. And the front ones, I believe they're about a 6-inch tire on, I think, a 5-inch Pro Star rim. Of course, the Pro Stars that I bought with the Hoosier rubber, all Chevy, all the way around. Small Chev, regular Chev, that's what I call it. Basically, so I bought the set of rubber and Pro Stars for the rubber. I cannot put I'm running a 9-inch Ford rear end. I haven't got drums yet. I gotta get some 11x3 drums. Everything else is brand new though. A spring kit, everything, seals, replaced everything. Don't even know what the rear end is. I had to kind of mix and match stuff. I had the axle seals. I tried various different axle seals till I got the ones that seem to fit okay. So basically my project today was to take these tires off these rims and take these tires off the Pro Stars, swap them so I can put tires, because these things leak air. They don't. You can see, look at, there's the line. They go flat. They are so, the sidewalls are so cracked they go flat in a heartbeat. So basically these are 31 16 5 15s. These are 29 15 15s, but they are radial, which is kind of nice because I've always run bias ply. So it'll be interesting to see what the ride is like with these tires. But, so a very little simple task turned into this great big frickin' ordeal because I have one of these outside, out back. I got the tire off the rim. As you can see, the rim is sitting there. But this tire, you can see, look, it broke the bead. My tire machine broke the bead on the front side, and I didn't even hack the rim. Popped it so nice, but my tire machine went for a crap. This old tire machine I got, it's probably, I've had it for, I'm gonna say, close to 20 years, and it's probably 20 years older than that, so it's about 40 years old. I've never done maintenance to it. This thing, it leaks air like there is no tomorrow. When you plug it in and you open the valve, it's just pissing out air frickin' everywhere. But you know what? It's never let me down until today. So, our video, it's not mostly about the tires. Oh, and I just want to say, this is a totally different video than what we normally do. We're not doing quarter scale, we're not doing airbrushing. No, man, we are working on some real iron. But it's all about that god dang tire machine. So, if we take a little walk, let's just put the tire aside. Of course, I couldn't get that off to put on the rim. I had no issues with putting tires on manually to the rims. That's the easy part. It's getting them off of the rims. And the idea is get them off the Pro Stars and probably wash and clean the old tires, put those on the Pro Stars and try and recoup a little bit of the money I spent buying these Pro Stars. These Pro Stars, by the way, are beautiful. I'm going to put them on, probably on Marketplace. I'd like to throw some, I don't care, I just want to throw some rubber on them. I don't care if they're just for mock-up, you know, whatnot. Now, the front tires, I've got skinnies with the drag lights, and they're 5-inch. The Hoosier Match Pro Stars are about 6-inch. I think they should swap pretty good. I think the rim sizes are pretty close. But let's get back to that other thing. So, I had to pull the air cylinder out of my tire machine. I've never done maintenance on my tire machine, and it sits out back in a car tent kind of all year round. It gets covered with snow, it gets water on it, and never really did too much to it. And today it just gave up its, gave up the ghost. It just does not want to work. Nothing works. The cylinder don't want to push. So I was like, okay, well, I'll give it one more chance before I throw it into the scrap. And I hauled the cylinder, big old cylinder, you'll see it, but it's just two big pins, two big iron pins that kind of hold it in place, and it was leaking air out of the top of it like there was no tomorrow. And I was like, that's got to be the problem. That's got to be the problem. So you know what? Let's pop the clips, the C clips. Let's pull the pins. I'll bring it into the shop, and I'll see if I can do anything with it. Now, so here is these are the bolts. This is an old school cylinder. So the bolts hold two plates. This is the lower plate. This is the upper plate. I have I use the right stuff, kind of as a gasket. Got it there, got it there. And this, basically that there, this whole big thing here, that gets a big old, like an O-ring on it. And that's what kind of moves up and down in this big old steel cylinder. Now, when we took it all apart, we found that the cylinder had a little bit of rust pitting in it, and I was like, I don't think we can do anything with that. But you know what? We'll try it anyway. And I was kind of using a Scotch-Brite type pad, and I, WD-40, and I was cleaning the inside of it. And I was like, oh man, it'd be nice to have a, like a piston hole, maybe for a diesel engine that's, like yay big around. And then I come up with this idea. Here's the O-ring. Here's the O-ring. I got it doused it with oil. It's pretty old. I can see it's got like little imperfections and cracks and stuff in it. That is going to go on here. But what I did is I put a little bit of right stuff around there, and it's been sitting for almost about an hour, and I'm hoping that when I put this O-ring back on there, that right stuff will help kind of push it out, help it seal just a little bit better. But I was trying to figure out, how do I clean this cylinder? How do I'm not going to get all the pitting out of it, obviously. But look over there at my lathe. There is the air cylinder sleeve on my lathe. It's barely on the lathe, and I'll show you what I was doing. So the chuck keys, they're out as far as they can go. But look at this. Check this out. It's holding it. So yeah, danger, Will Robertson, danger. That's what I say. So I'm gonna fire it up, and I'm gonna show you. Basically, I took 320 grit. Give it a little. Put some WD on it. I didn't want to get too aggressive. I'm going to fire it up. It's going to be loud just for a second, but I've already done this. So I'm going to show you. We're going to put it all back together in this video. So I'm going to fire up the lathe. I'm going to show you how I clean the inside of this air cylinder. Got it going super slow. Kind of dangerous. Take the sandpaper, WD, and just kind of do this. Go as far as I can until I hit the chuck. It's not straight, it doesn't have to be. I'm just cleaning the inside. I want my lines going around the cylinder this way. I don't want them going this way, because of the way the O-ring feels. I hope everybody can hear that. And yeah, this is some of the crazy shit that we do here at Sharp Custom. Well, you do what you gotta do. That's the way I see it. So basically, that's how I kind of, I'll show you the inside. Let's take it off, because I already kind of worked this a bit off camera. It's not the greatest. Now, the chuck for the lathe, the teeth are right at the end of their threshold. Actually, I think one might have even kind of undone itself. But it was just, there you go, you can see they're all the way out. You can take this rag, give it a clean. And the way I see it is, it's got to be better than it was, because inside here, from sitting outside for many, many years, let's put it in the light. There, it's not bad, but you can see the cylinder only moves from up here to around here. but you can see all the rust pitting in there. And it's like, I'm amazed at how well it worked, or that it still worked, you know, for all the years that it did work. You know, today it just kind of gave it up, and it just, nothing was moving. You know, the cylinder was like, the cylinder wouldn't even move. It had nothing. So I thought, well, you know, it's pretty easy to take it apart, and probably should have brought it in here into the shop, you know, warm it up. But let's stick this cylinder back together. What do you think? Let's we'll grab the O-ring, we'll grab some oil. It's just 10W40. Soak the O-ring. We cleaned it. This is kind of interesting. So this O-ring, it's kind of square, but it's got a round O-ring that presses into it, that I also took out and cleaned. Now I'm gonna assume that the round O-ring in there kind of, you know, smushes the square one out. You know, like I say, this thing's probably 40 years or more old, and I'm hoping we get some more life out of it. Because I really don't want to buy another tire machine. I really don't even like doing tires, but we're going to put it all back together, and we're going to see what the hell happens. So we'll stick this on here. She's pretty tight. She's pretty tight, I can give you that. I put the right stuff in the groove, hoping that it pushes this out away from this just a wee bit. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Not too sure. I'm gonna grab some oil, some 10W40. I'm just gonna give this a good kind of once over. Want everything to kind of be lubricated in the cylinder. Now, this thing came out of the cylinder. It could only come out one way because the top side was more rusted than the bottom side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more oil. I think I'm going to lube up the cylinder. Why not? Now, funny thing with these old air cylinders is they don't actually have a shaft seal. That O-ring, that square O-ring, is doing basically it's doing the bulk of the work. What holds this is this piece here on the top. That's a bronze bushing that the shaft slides in and out. It's pretty old school. In my books, it's pretty old school. Hopefully it goes in okay. Yeah, hopefully it goes in okay. Didn't really want to damage it. Yep, it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Maybe we could twist it a little sideways, get it started. Get it started. Don't know. Don't know. She's pushed out. She's pushed out. Now I don't know. I'm going to try something here. Oh, see, she would go in that way. She would go in that way, but I really don't want to go in. Really don't want to go in the other side, because this side was the what the hell. Let's try it. Let's put some more oil on it. Let's put lots on it. We're going to lube it up. I know once it gets in there, oh, it's a workout, man. It's good for you. There we go. See, now we're down. What a sound, eh? What a sound. What a sound. Alrighty, we're going to set this on that plate into our sealant, our little gasket maker stuff. There we go. We'll get the top on. I'm not even going to, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Why not? The bronze bushing is a little, it's a little bit worn out. Very well used, I can honestly say that. There we go. Look at that. Just got to get it to line up. Get it to line up. And this is old school. Now we got, let's put the lid back on there. We got these big old bolts that basically hold the cylinder, the air cylinder, together. I'll get them started. We'll put them all in. Then we'll give her a, you'll get to see it right here. We'll give her a test run. Because I can tell you right now, before I took this all apart, I just used the air line and some air, and this thing was not, it was not working the greatest. And we're going to blast this together, don't worry. We're going to use the power of power. That's what I say. We're going to use the power of power. Blast it together. It's something, I don't know. I don't know about you viewers, but I kind of like stuff like this. This, you know, it's maintenance. It needs to be done. I used to do crap like this in a factory job. I used to rebuild air cylinders all the time. Not quite old school like this, but on a mechanical standpoint of view, it's basic. It's pretty much all the same. That is the cool factor of mechanical work, and I don't care if you're working on a machine or you're working on a car or anything like that. It all boils down to almost, whoa, the power. We got the power. Let's blast this together. These ones could be a little tricky. Got stuff in my way. We'll get them. We'll get them. Oh yeah, we're gonna make her tight. nothing like a Mac impact. I don't care. I've had lots of cheapies. I've had the, your, I don't know what you call them, Princess Auto, Napa. This baby's a workhorse. Most powerful impact I think I've ever used, and believe it or not, technically it's not even mine. This was Camera Girl's. Yes, it is hers. That big old Mac toolbox over there. Do the big swing, honey. Look at that big old toolbox over there. That's Camera Girl's toolbox, people. Not mine. She bought that. She worked truck and coach, big machinery, garbage trucks. Yes, yes she did. So there you have it. We got the cylinder in. I say we fire some air into it and we see if it's going to work. If she goes up, let's do it. Here we go. Alright, now, the key here, let me just go over here quickly. The key here is to see if it leaks right here. Because this is where it was leaking. Right here, right around the shaft. Now obviously I gotta put that damn shaft back down. Because normally it's spring loaded and the springs on the top head pull it down. You don't have no springs. It actually feels, oh. Now we're going to watch here for leakage. I got to load it up. Here we go. That's awesome because the air was leaking, so on the shaft and the plate with the O-ring, that's where the air was leaking out, right there. So I think, kind of thinking, look, I got water coming out of my airline. Here we go, going down. There you have it. I think we fixed the cylinder for the GD tire machine. I think that's going to work awesome. As long as that doesn't leak there, around the shaft, that tells me the seal. Basically it tells me we've kind of fixed it. Now I'm not going to know. I'm not going to install it back on the tire machine tonight because here in southern Ontario we've got this crazy freaking snowstorm happening. Yes, haven't had snow for the biggest part of the winter. Here we are mid-March and we got sub-zero temperatures and snow. You know, we should be getting ready to plant gardens and stuff like that, you know, in the next, well, not that soon. But anyhow, there you have it. Something a little different from Sharp Customs. Man, I love those tires. I love those tires. I can't wait. They're not quite as big as what I normally run, you know, on a pro street. We'll probably do a video down the road. I'm going to get the engine all primed up, get my headers back on there, and we'll fire this beast up. So you can hear it, you can see it. It hasn't run probably since last summer sometime. You know, you get to hear that crazy 671 supercharger on the top of that 383 small block stroker, and that'll be in an upcoming video. You know, there'll probably be other videos in between, but I figured, you know what, tonight was like just something a little different. You know, we're constantly on that, yeah, that quarter scale stuff, man. I love it too. But there you have it. Hope you enjoy. Shark Customs. Share, like, subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers. I love you all. Peace, and I will see you later.